hello, everybody. Hi. Now I'm looking. Now I know to look to make sure you guys can hear me. It looks like you guys can hear me. Let's go over here. Feels like forever since I've done this. Hello, Seth Ashley, Christine Salvati, John Royski, John C., Rel, what will be your nightmare? Mario, Stanley S., Cobwebs and Candlesticks, Joshua Kane, Line Cook Thor 2006, Jamie Paxton, longest name on YouTube, Cat Swift, Scuba Steve, Sons of Wayne, Susan Atai, Mike Vacha. Hi. I haven't seen you on in a while, but I haven't been on in a while. So who knows? Michelle Schulte, Mike Cherzanowski, and Ken Lechi Zarish, Ron Sheps, Ensign Juice, June, Richie Cricks. I have survived the unseasonal weather in Texas. It's not just that it's winter, like winter happens, I get that. But when winter happens like that, the places that are not ready for it, people die. You know, that's a big deal. Hopefully we'll be more prepared next time. Cobwebs and Candlesticks. Lots of people did seem to be waiting by the door. Greg Watkins, Tank, Paul Bennett, Mimi, Anthony Pantano, Rob O'Brien, Mike Manning, Warmonger, Ellis Fire, DM Cash, Tom Everard, Brigitte Taylor. Yes, we are safe and sound. And right now I'm on top chat. Let me get to live chat. Man, I get called out on this pretty quick. Make sure that you're on live chat. My wife, she knows what's going on. Okay, so yes. Let me explain how Texas works. Yes, we were 10 degrees like 4 days ago. And today we were like we just hit 70 today. 70, 71, something like that. Stupid weather. Stupid. I could have walked across my pool. That's how frozen it was. Let's get set up. And let's go to Pip. Wife, can you go to Pip? Picture in picture.
Pip, hold your cat.
Okay, right now picture in picture shows nothing. Yeah, it went to picture in picture. And bear with us. I'm not a super smooth streamer guy in the best of circumstances. Tonight, you'll see how much I can forget in a week of not doing this on the regular. This one's a little short.
Greg Watkins, is the snow gone yet?
As of right now, there's no snow on the ground outside. Well, maybe there's a little bit of snow. There's patchy snow. 95% of the snow is gone. 95% is pretty serious.
Chickens?
We had major thawing. Today was our first day above zero, above freezing, I should say. Our first day really above freezing. So, yeah. What should I see? Jonesy. That is Jonesy.
And Jenkins.
And Jenkins, who don't want anything to get done in the shop, at least without their approval. There we go. Okay, so that's where I'm working on it. We go a little closer. Come a little bit closer. I will need contact cement, and my shop is destroyed because of all the different things that I've had to do in here. I had to do some emergency woodworking projects. I had some plumbing projects. I had to, there's work that I had to do over here in the shop has led to the shop being, guess what Stacy and Rue are doing as soon as they get here tomorrow? Helping me clean the shop.
Do you have any broken pipes?
Take these broken pipes and learn to fly away.
I think you're on.
What's that?
Is Ozbot working?
Ozbot is, no, this is picture in picture,
Right.
and you can see me in the tripod cam.
I see you. Okay, it's tripod cam.
Yeah, it's tripod cam. So it's not tracking me, no.
Chad Flyboys. Hi guys. Be selling PVC like it's out of style due to busted pipes, and a lot don't know to PVC manufacturers went out of business, but we are super stocked up.
We do have some plumbing damage, the extent of which I won't be entirely sure about until this week, but I know that we have some damage. We had frozen pipes here in the shop, and I had to do an emergency drain on the pool, which was just as fun as you think it would be. So,
Alan, did you have power in the shop before the house?
no, it was
It was all
it was all out, but we also had like it'd be on, it'd be off, it'd be on, it'd be off, it'd be on, it'd be off. So it wasn't reliable for a longer time. Then we got 22 hours straight when it was 9 degrees outside. So luckily we have a log cabin, and it holds temperature pretty good.
It was lower than that.
The coldest it got out in our house, the coldest that it got was 43 degrees. No, 49.
49. So
49 was the
that's why-
coldest it got inside the house.
So it didn't freeze the paint.
Yes. Save the paint.
Rue wants to know what time tomorrow.
4 o'clock, Rue. 4 o'clock. Here is where I find out if the contact cement froze. It is entirely possible because I know that I had some other paints. Everything in the back room froze for sure.
Tank says at least it was 70 for you to drain the pool. No tank.
No
No.
tank.
That's not how
No.
that worked. It was
No, and I had to drain the equipment, not the pool itself. It was like 8 or 9 degrees when I had to go and drain it. That was the morning that, oh yes, contact cement did not freeze.
And your dog fell in the water through the ice.
Yes, Bella fell into the pool
Broke the ice.
and broke through the ice. So because she is more adventurous than she is smart. I was like that when I was young. Okay. So, whenever I need, see, this is how we set up a foam helmet for a mask. We cut this in the back here, okay, and this shape, it has a particular look to it. So I will say, please go cut up out of one of these foam hoods so we can set it up for a mask, because that's what we do. Had to make sure that a blank was cut out of the back of it. Bones Jones.
Bubba Dawson says, "Oh my God, how did she get out?"
Shannon pulled her out.
Warmonger, hello. The cat says, "How long did it take you to get Bella dry and warm, and how did you get her out of the pool?"
Okay. Bella didn't care. All right. Once she was out of the pool, she was fine. Like, oh, that was great. I feel refreshed. She continued to go outside and play in the ice and snow, and just let frost and ice gather on her fur. So there you go.
Michael and Lindsay, Kyle, hello.
Hello, Michael and Lindsay. Kyle.
Did all the cats hide inside when the storm hit?
See, snowstorms aren't like thunderstorms. So, no. I mean, it was snowing, and the cats were like, well, this is kind of gross. So they did hang out inside more up until all the birds came for the bird seed. Then they were like, well, let's go outside and check out these birds.
They started bringing birds in the house.
Yes. Then they became bird murderers.
Or they let them go and we had birds in the house.
Yeah, or they just brought them in and let them go in the house.
There was a lot of bird rescues. Ross Reichert, hello.
Hey,
All
Ross.
our snow melted here today. I live east of Nashville.
Gosh.
The dogs had fun in the snow. The cats were not thrilled at first, and then they adjusted fairly quickly. They did all right, but then nobody stayed out very long. They all wanted to be in with us. Quite frankly, when we didn't have any power, We tried to not go in and out of the house as much as possible. We're just trying to keep as much heat in the house as we could.
I think you guys need a little more angle on that. All right, so I have contact cement on both.
Jonesy was making cat angels in the snow. Jonesy, they all cats adjusted fairly fast. Louis McLam, hello.
Hello, Louis McLam. Nice to see you as well. So I have so many tools out and things.
Seth Ashley says it's 3 degrees here in Mineral Wells, but we never lost power or water. Thank goodness. Seth Ashley, buy a lottery ticket.
Yeah, no kidding.
Wow, did you have good mojo?
Yeah, I mean, there were folks who I know who went 4 days without power.
Matt went 6 days.
And 6 days?
6 days.
Wow.
Of course, he was in a hotel, but it doesn't matter. You're still not in your home.
Yeah.
Wuhan 2001. So glad you guys are okay. I don't mean to sound stupid. I know how serious your situation was. But I live in central Maine, and the temperature you're talking about here is what we call sweater weather.
What was that again?
So glad you guys are okay. I don't mean to sound stupid, and I know how serious your situation was, but I live in central Maine, and the temperature you're talking about is what we call sweater weather.
Yes. That's because you can go inside and get warm. This is a big factor with people who just don't understand. The insulation in our homes it's not rated for that. That's not what it's for. Our pipes aren't buried as deep as you guys because you guys know where your freeze line is. We know where our freeze line is. The freeze line went 3 times deeper than it normally does. 3 times deeper. So we had water pipes breaking in the ground on the way to houses, not even in a house. In the ground, they were bursting apart. It's not that it was cold outside. Who cares that it was cold outside? It's that this area isn't able to deal with it for that long. It's not that the people are wusses. That's not the case. We're not weak because we can't handle cold weather. No, it's the same thing as if that cold weather hit Brazil. People would die. And I hate that it's being made a political issue too, because birds were freezing on the branch. Those weren't just Republican birds or just Democrat birds. They were just birds. And they froze to death because they were outside. Because it was outside of the normal range. It was definitely a weather event. It wasn't sweater weather. See, a few years back, we had 100 days in a row of over 100-degree temperatures. If that happened in Maine, people would die because that's not what you guys are equipped for. That's not how you're set. You have less air. You have less invested in air conditioning than you do in heat. We have almost nothing invested in heat. Most of the houses out here are on what they call a heat pump. That's where they just run your air conditioner backwards, and it's a very inefficient way to do it. But if you only have to do it 2 or 3 days a year, it's no big deal. So it's I get a little ticked off when someone says, "Oh, that temperature is nothing." It's not the temperature that's the problem. Of course, you can go in and get warm. We don't sell snow shovels. We can't just go buy a snow shovel. We couldn't go to the store because their water pipes broke and they were closed down and they had no electricity. Yeah, it's not that it's cold outside and we can't handle that it's cold outside. It's that we don't have an infrastructure to support it and make it just be sweater weather. If we had salt trucks and snow plows and they sold snow shovels and they sold actual coats and actual gloves, which they do not sell in Texas, it doesn't get cold enough for the stores to carry it and make a profit. It's a pain. It became a really bad situation because we were not prepared for that kind of weather. Simply because it hasn't happened in 200 years. That's the most consecutive days of us being below freezing that they've had since they started writing down weather. Woohoo, we won a record. So it's not just that it's sweater weather. That's not it. It's that we don't have the infrastructure to deal with it.
if you didn't have insulation in your homes, the pipes buried deep enough, the electrical grid ready for all of those portable heaters, then you guys would die too. It's not that we weren't prepared. It was that we didn't have the infrastructure because it hasn't happened here. I don't want this to be about that, but if someone else says, oh, we call that sweater weather, I'm going to get a little ticked off because people died. And it's not because it was cold out. It was because we don't have the infrastructure to handle that. We don't have snowplows. We don't have salt trucks. So trucks couldn't get in to deliver gasoline.
Macho says, Ellen, I got my zombie mask. Thank you. Wow, it is awesome.
I may be passionate about this situation, and my wife is probably trying to direct me away from it. But if one more person says, oh, we call that sweater weather, I'm going to get ticked. Now, I'm going to paint a bunny.
Rose says, I went to Goodwill a few days ago, and I found 2 porcelain dolls, 50 cents each, and some teddy bears the same, and a fake hook and a forger for $5. And it was new, but it didn't work sadly. Crip says, maybe it'd be prudent in the future to get a portable generator.
It would, and Generac stock is up 300% right now. My goal is actually, and it has been for a while, was to go solar. We have a good roof for solar, and we have the shop roof, and I can do both of them. Eventually, solar is the goal. Now, I have a generator, but for a few days, we couldn't get gas because the gas stations can't sell gas when there's no electricity for the pumps, and when their water pipes break, they can't sell gas. So we had a couple days where you couldn't find gas. So a generator is a helpful solution.
Ryland Chow says, is there a way to fix the latex mask paint from drying and clogging up your area?
Don't let it mean it doesn't like instantly dry. It dries slower than alcohol-based paint because the alcohol evaporates so quickly. So it's not paint faster or close up your airbrush. Are you leaving it in like overnight like I do, which is a bad thing to do? When I go to airbrush today, I'm going to have frozen paint in my airbrush. I knows it.
Did you sculpt this mask?
I did. This is the Khajiit mask. Yeah, and lots of places had boil water notices because if you did get water from them, they couldn't filter it properly because they didn't have electricity for a length of time. It was a real mess.
Christine Salvati says, being in New England, I admit I didn't realize how serious the situation was in Texas until after the fact. I didn't realize how different infrastructure and construction were down there.
Yeah, it's that kind of weather is easy to endure when you have a place to go get warm. That's the difference. I would be fine if my electricity were stable, if my water was stable, but we're not set up that way. Our infrastructure is completely different.
Barbara Sleddy says, I have friends living in Texas who had to build a fire outside to cook and boil water. I was cooking on fire.
The happiest moment of the Ice-pocolypse for me was I woke up one morning
Freezing cold.
and we didn't have power. It was freezing cold, and Shannon hands me hot chocolate that she made by boiling water on the grill and a breakfast sandwich. Because she got up super early every morning to feed birds to make sure they were fine.
I was worried about the birds. I did. I thought we've got propane.
But that was my happiest moment.
I can cook
She
on,
handed me a hot cocoa that she
I can
made.
cook on
Yeah.
propane. I can do that. So I figured we had to have something to eat. Well, what are you making?
I'm going to paint up a bunny mask. Hold on. You can't hear me.
Cute. Dawson says there's no bottled water for anyone. Bottled water is hard to find right now. And so people have been boiling snow. And if you've tried to melt down snow, you know, it makes an eighth of what the container has.
Yeah, you're like, yes, I got all this snow to make water. I got this much water.
So there was not a lot of water. We're having to boil it. That's no good. And Snick, you are absolutely right. I used to live up north, and they have no idea what we go through in the south. Hope you guys are well. We're doing fine, guys. We're all
It's like
good.
Texas doesn't own a plow. We don't have those. We can't just make the roads better. Or sand trucks, you know. We just don't have those things. Because we don't need them. So investing in them isn't as smart as, you know, investing in other things.
It says proof you will never see food in supermarkets in the store after an apocalypse. Ask me how I know.
Oh yeah, it was kind of rough. I went out on a mission, and it was like Mad Max in the grocery store. It was pretty ridiculous.
Realm says, I got a mask a few days ago and I love it so much. And I have a question about the black things that you put the wig heads on for the shows, and where can I get them for my mask?
Harbor Freight. You go to a Harbor Freight store, and it's a clamp. It's a woodworking clamp. Walmart sells this kind. I don't really like this kind very much. They're very similar, but it's a clamp to hold wood projects together while you're gluing them. But I just use this part to hold on to the table, and then put your wig head on that, and that's a good way to do it.
Ryland Shaw says, ironically, the weather in California right now is pretty hot, so the latex in the paint dries in 5 to 6 minutes. Hello, Mrs. CB. Anthony Pantana says, is this a Khajiit from Skyrim?
Yes, that was the sculpt. This is actually going to be a bunny. This is going to be what we call Lepus Maximus, which is a character that we make mask-wise.
Barbara Sletty says, I'm glad to see y'all. What's the project for tonight?
I'm just going to paint a mask. I'm going to paint up and prep. Obviously, I put it on a helmet. I'm going to prep a Lepus Maximus mask that I have to ship out this week.
Plastic Ninja.
I was just tired of not being. I'm tired of not being live. I was doing so much energy conservation. That, you know, because you don't know when you're going to need it or what you're going to need it for, that I wasn't doing enough. It was kind of driving me nuts. I wasn't able to do a lot of computer work because I was able to get the computer charged and then work on that even when we didn't have power, and then it would come back. Yeah.
Baba Daza says, you've got the birds.
Oh, yes. My wife feeds the birds.
Actually, MP, we have a whole home generator, 500-gallon propane tank. My husband is a lineman. We want to power at home after working long hours after hurricanes. We're in southeastern Virginia.
That is very wise. We will eventually have a whole home generator. That is something that I'm going to invest in.
We didn't have propane.
This hasn't been a year for extravagant purchases, let's put it that way. So maybe down the road we'll be able to do that.
John C. says, you look good in a knight's helmet.
I actually, armor is a good look for me.
Anthony Pantano, I'm going to be singing that all day. From Mary Poppins, Feed the Birds, Toppins and Jack. I love that song.
And I know that my wife is going to choose what comments she reads and doesn't read, because there's a possibility that I could go on a tirade if someone is insensitive.
They're not. Everybody's awesome.
So there's a possibility. She may be very careful selecting.
Everybody is awesome.
If you would like to be yelled at, just message me personally,
No,
and then I can
it's all good.
type out an irate response.
I'm going to pour some whiskey down here.
Or just copy and paste an irate response from something unrelated. Now that the helmet is set up, mask, helmet, like this is a good way to do. If you have to do something that needs stability, a foam helmet's a good way to do it.
Ken's Reach would like to know who sculpted the mask.
I did. I sculpted this. And I forgot to trim the mouth, so you can't hear me. But we're going to get...
Okay. Stacy says, did you mean the black square plastic thing we use under the foam heads to your trade shows? And Ralph
No.
says, no, not those flat things. That's black. They were square, but thanks. Okay, you did answer his question.
Yeah. Realms has never seen us at a trade show.
Has anyone talked to Stan? How did his feral cat house work out?
I don't know. I haven't really talked to Stan.
Okay, Jordan Bunce. Hoo-ha 2001. Thank you. You explained the situation in Texas better than anyone I've heard. I apologize for my ignorance and what you were
It happens. People don't understand. It's not just how cold it is right now. It's the infrastructure that allows you to recover from getting that cold. And the fact that you were able to buy a coat to handle the cold to begin with, which we just don't have. Doesn't make sense to sell them. Soraya Demon,
Jeff
throwback bottle of beer.
Jeff Bull says, didn't know you were back up and running. Welcome back.
This is my first night live. I just needed to go live. I needed to make a bunny, and I needed to wear yellow. That's what I needed to happen today.
Scott Colhart.
Hello, Scott.
Hey, Horror Beauty, we're doing okay. Christine Salvati says Texas could copy Jersey and convert their cement trucks into plows. They plow 4 cement trucks wide into caravans down the highway. We followed them to the New York airport to go to Transworld one year. Realm says, okay, he's got his information. Horror Beauty says you look good in yellow.
Yellow's okay. So yellow for a long time was my least favorite color. My least favorite color was yellow, and it's the color of urine. I guess that's what it's got going for it. But yellow has grown on me as I realize its mood affecting powers. Yellow is a very bright color, and if you're exposed to yellow, you tend to be in a better mood than if you're exposed to, our brains are weird. So different colors have different effects on us.
Anthony Pantano says, if I had the money, I'd send you guys all coats. Thanks, Anthony.
That's very kind of you.
Hello, Lindy Vito.
Oh, all right.
We're doing okay, guys. We're watching pipes. Things are thawing. We are hopeful that we will have minimal damage.
Right now we have giant puddles in the yard,
Giant frozen.
and I'm hoping that it is from melting snow and not from a pipe underground that has caused problems.
Rob O'Brien says, I'm wearing a bright lime green yellow shirt right now.
When I was a youngster, meaning like 14, 15, wanting to be a hotshot at the roller rink, I had a Z Cavaricci, like super bright lime green shirt that I wore. And my eyes are green, and they'll go different colors of green depending upon what I'm wearing and like the colors I'm wearing. And when I wore that shirt, my eyes would be like green. So I remember that shirt very fondly. And I remember that when I had to throw it out because I just ripped it too much.
Is it a Coke Zero night or a Monster night?
Okay, so we've had to boil water for 4 days. So 5 days. So I haven't been able to drink flavored water. So I'm drinking flavored water. Our boil water notice was lifted today, and I'm risking the microbes to have myself some water.
We have not had enough water in days. We are parched, dry. There's not been enough water. Lindsay Kyle, 100% understand the lack of proper coats for sale in Texas. First duty station was in northern Japan. I flew out of Dallas in shorts and a t-shirt, and I landed there to see 3 foot of snow and fear.
Awesome.
Christine Salvani says, I like all your colors. So many haunters wear black all the time. Black is fun.
Black is a color that haunters wear to unify with each other and to signify I am a haunter and I like to be a haunter. And haunting people are my people. That's great. Except when you get to Trans World or a big haunt trade show, everybody's wearing black. And normally I'm wearing like a Hawaiian shirt or something that is a much brighter color. because, you know, go ahead and stand out. It's okay.
That's what it says. When I first moved to Oregon, my dad sent money for me to buy real coats, sweaters, and gloves for all my brothers rather than silly SoCal clothing.
Silly SoCal clothing.
Park Beauty says, I like yellow. I have too much yellow in my skin to wear it, then I wear it. Look like I have jaundice. Well, if you ever need warm clothing, Michigan Pete's got you.
Well, when we went to the legendary haunt tour a few years back when it was in Chicago,
Yeah.
we were not prepared. We thought we were prepared. We were not prepared for Chicago. And that was what? November. We were not prepared for Chicago in November. So I have a great Chicago hoodie because I had to buy another hoodie to layer up so I did not die.
We were hilarious. Jordan says, is there anything that creepers can do to make life easy for all of you?
No, you guys are awesome.
I would like a martini, please.
He's underage. He can't get you a drink.
Jordan is not.
Huh?
I don't think so.
Jordan, are you 21?
Jordan once?
Oh, I didn't know which Jordan you meant.
I didn't mean Jordan. I'm not going to have Jordan Easel make me a martini.
It would be creative.
No, thank you. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, Jordan Buns could probably make you a martini.
Buns is old enough. Tank says, if you have water, how's the pressure?
Our pressure has never been good. Our pressure has kind of always been terrible. So, yeah.
Ramadana says, okay, best Easter of my childhood, my very young cousin, screaming bloody murder, running away from the Easter bunny. Let's take a picture of it.
That's
Hello,
the
Field
best.
Walker Matt
That is the
from
best.
Scotland.
I love it when kids are afraid of stuff that they're not supposed to be afraid of, like Santa and the Easter Bunny, because
Tracy says, black is slimming.
it just makes my job easier in that then I can say, well, of course they're afraid of me. They'd be afraid of the Easter Bunny, or they'd be afraid of Santa Claus.
Hello. Body Geeks.
Hello, Body Geeks.
Greg Watkins, is that stylized fur on the chin of the mask, or what is your plan for that?
Okay, so, right, this little sculptural detail, there's actually a second mask sculpted because this Khajiit mask was a moving jaw mask. So I have a second chin sculpted for this. Normally this would get cut out, but once I fur over this, because I fur everything on this guy, you won't even notice that. So I just did that as a sculptural detail because I thought it was fun. But normally on this mask, this all gets cut away and a whole different chin is there.
Jordan Bunce is almost 29.
Yeah. But I think, Jordan, I feel like I've known you since you were like a baby. I know that I haven't known you that long, but I've known you or of you well over 10 years.
Larry
Right.
Hughes says, Alan, what's a good way to get a clean hole cut out of an eye besides scissors?
A good X-Acto, solid, well-built X-Acto knife. I'm wearing a fisherman's hat now. This is who I am. You can't stop.
Lisa, we're not on well water. We're on septic. We have a septic system. So we are out of the
We
country.
have city water.
We have city. That's a very cute look on you.
It's a fisherman's hat.
You're very cute. It's.
Honey, don't say we have septic water.
We
That's
have,
the other
we,
thing.
I didn't. We have septic system. Our water is a septic system, and the closest city to us has water. We're not actually in that city. We're on the outside of the city.
We have city water,
We are not well water.
and we are on a septic system.
Aqua Cave Creations. This is scary. Y'all had an ice storm in Texas. North Carolina and South Carolina had tornadoes at Myrtle and Ocean Isle Beach, and whoever's playing Jumanji needs to finish the game.
Yes.
Jordan says, I followed you for probably 10 years. It all started with that jumping still at Winter Pool.
Yes, we sold at a show. And I think the only year I was at Trans World with it was 2002, maybe 2002.
Hilarious just wants to cut out the pupil of the eye.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be an X-Acto. Now you could burn it out with a soldering iron and just melt it away. That works too. But you'll have a bit of cleanup. You can also use a Dremel. You use a Dremel, and it depending upon the size you want, use the sanding bit, but don't run the sanding bit all the way down. Have the sanding bit stick up a little bit. You know, there's the black rubber piece that it's on, and then you use that ring to just cut that perfect hole out. That works too, if your hand is steady.
Greg Watkins says, the best Easter Bunny story I have is when a close friend of mine agreed to dress as an Easter Bunny for her son's first birthday party early April. I rented the largest bunny costume I could find. There's an ellipses, so Greg is continuing his story here shortly. You guys want a fist bump? I'm getting... Here we go. Here's a fist bump, guys.
Hooray! Fist bump.
He said in 2 states, the largest he could rent in 2 states. When he put it on, he ripped out the crotch and he couldn't move his arms. He's 6'5" and 300 pounds. God bless him. But even I was scared.
You picked the wrong bunny.
Warmonger says that she reminded me of Bluto from Popeye with that hat and beard.
I'm not even mad. I'm not mad at that.
Jordan says, we also met and got a photo probably 6 years ago at Trans World.
Yeah.
Hey, Tina. We're okay. Body Geek says you can add a pressure tank from Lowe's or Home Depot and fix the pressure issue. I've been researching them as I will be on rainwater collection for a while at Homeland. Stay tuned, car care. Hello. I like your hat.
It's a fine hat.
Seth Ashley says, yay, we got a fist bump. Where's that fist bump?
Seth Ashley loves fist bumps.
Well, it is fun.
I'm making bunny ears. Bunnies need ears, yo.
Larry says, those were some great woodland sculpts, sir.
Oh, thank you. The wood carving, yes. I did a little wood carving video for Patreon yesterday because, yeah.
I need woodland creatures in my camp. Ike Camacho, Ellen, I got my compressor. Thanks for the advice.
No problem, sir. Happy to help.
Stay tuned, Car Care wants to know, are you making Playboy bunnies?
Yes, that's my next cosplay. I'm going to be a Playboy bunny.
Oh!
I'm working on that right now.
Realm says, I painted my pig head and it looks good. Look better with flocking on it.
Look better with what?
Flocking.
Oh, well, many things look better with flocking.
Hello, Icy Monsters. So just popped to say, I'm glad you're up and running again. I'm sick, so I'm going to have to watch this for you.
I'm glad I'm up and running again.
Hope you feel better soon.
Yes, we do.
Rob O'Brien says, will you hide the bunny ear buttresses under fur?
Yes. They'll be on the back, and no one cares what the back of the Easter Bunny looks like. Let's be honest. But they're not going to be really noticeable anyway, so
Beth?
there you go.
Beth loves the parties.
Oh, aren't they fun? They're just simple, and they make the wife happy, and they decorate a utilitarian space. So that's kind of hard to beat.
Larry says, you're a man of many talents, sir. That is for sure, but we all knew that already.
It's all the same talent that I keep recycling over and over and over.
Bruce says, Playboy bunny mashup.
No mashup. Just, I'm going to be a straight Playboy bunny, and you're going to love it.
I'm loving
I'm going to tweet you pictures.
that. Don't get it, bud. Realm says, I can't afford one of the flocking tools, sadly, but it looks good.
Yes, a good flocking setup and I have a decent flocking setup. Down the road, am I going to buy one of those $1,400 flocking guns? Yes, I am. With when the power is out, you have a lot of time to sit and think. So I actually was doing a lot of thinking about the business and what I'm doing and what my plans are and my goals. It's there's always lots to consider.
Okay.
I'm kind of on the cusp of two business models, you know, and that's what I have to figure out is which one am I really doing.
Beth says Lanny received the mask that he won on Patreon. It looks amazing.
Awesome. Glad to hear that.
Louis McLean, tell Ellen I enjoyed our conversation today and I sent the payment for the mask.
Oh, that's very good to talk to you. Awesome. So yes, Lewis emailed us and said, "Hey, I really like that YouTube Wednesday mask. Is that for sale?" It's for sale. We didn't get a chance to add it to the site, but he bought it up.
We'll ship it out this week, Louis.
Yes.
Horror Beauty says, what is he making?
So right now I'm making rabbit ears for my cosplay. Didn't we tell you? No, it's these are rabbit ears actually. We're gonna put these on so that he has nice tall bunny ears.
Chihuahua Moon says, great cat, Alan. Looks like a vintage fisherman hat.
It is because it's going to go on the fishermen that are the Innsmouth fishermen. I was so glad that I was working on them because I came in here and I stole one of their sweaters. I stole the big rubber boots from one of them because the rubber boots were better for the snow than what I had. And right now I'm wearing his hat because I like it.
Anthony Runton says, hello, Alan and Shannon. It's wonderful to see you and hear you once again. Missed you both in the Still Beach YouTube posts. Happy to know you folks are well.
We are well. Thank you so much. We had an amazing outpouring of support and offers to help in any way that they could. And we really appreciate that.
Ron Schweb says, the picture of the Creepers page of Alan riding a battle zombie snail was hilarious.
Yes, that was very much a bright spot of the day.
Made me so happy. Battle snail. He had armor.
He did. He had battle cats.
Oh dear. Christine Salvati says, Facebook told me today that 7 years ago I made my first mask sculpt, which was a werewolf. A huge improvement and my new one from watching all your sculpting videos. Thanks, Alan.
That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that.
Hey, Scott Quitter. Yes. What? What is it? You're fine. Hey, Drafty UK. Hello. Brown's like to know how long is too long for a haunted house.
45 minutes. If it's over 45 minutes, you lost a lot of people. I think 20 minutes is perfect, and you're kind of 30 minutes. You better have your pacing right.
Stacy says, very blue oyster bar that hat. And Rue said that he's considering getting one after trying it on the other day. Rue, you are made for hats.
It's a nice hat. Me and Rue we both look good in hats.
You're both made for hats.
We have a head for hats and a face for radio.
You're you both look great in hats.
Okay. So that's how that's going to go.
We have 109 people watching.
109 people. That's a lot of pressure. It's the hat. That's right.
Stacy says, I can rock a top hat. That's about it. What? What do you need? There's nothing you need. You're perfectly fine. You are fine. So dramatic. What is it? What is it? Bed.
That's
You got everything you need.
that is right about where I want those. Left and Cheney.
Yes. Moon says, that reminds me of the book Bunnicula.
Yes. The bunny mask is called Lepus maximus, and lepus is part of the Latin name for rabbits, bunnies. But there was a horror movie where a bunny became a giant bunny in the 50s, and it was called Night of the Lepus. So that's why this is Lepus maximus. Hiya, hiya, they say. Hiya. Tie him on the down, tie him on the down.
Overall, Brian says, I expect him to break out in song singing If I Were a Rich Man.
If I were a rich man.
Oh.
I know the yidle deedle, yidle deedle, yidle deedle, yidle dee part.
Then Michael Kyle thinking of the in the Navy. You're wearing that.
Yeah, this style of hat could be a bikery hat. It could be a little bikery. It could be, but this is officially called a Greek fisherman's cap. It has the band there on it. A little stylized button. Oh, okay. I'll switch hats here in a minute.
Do you have to put wire in the ears, or are they going to stand up upright when you add the hair?
It's standing upright right now. It'll have no problem standing upright.
Cat Swift says, Lord, you have missed this community so much this week. Such a fun, joyful way to close out the day. Thank you all so very, very much. Louis McLeod says, does Alan have a video on how to make the foam helmet?
I have videos where I am making the foam helmet. But if you just look up EVA foam helmet on YouTube, you'll find lots of people with videos on how to make these. I do have videos where I'm patterning them and I'm making them. I've made them from start to finish on different live videos on the Still Piece regular channel. But I do not necessarily have a video titled How to Make an EVA Foam Helmet. So there's a couple reasons for that. One reason is simply because right now I'm the only mask maker who's really putting masks on EVA foam helmets, and I think it's brilliant. It's necessary. It makes the masks better. You can do more with the mask, but I'm the only one doing it right now. So if I just hand it to them, hey, here's a pattern, here's all that, there's going to be more mask makers doing it, and I will hurt myself a little bit because I'm going to just make it easier. If someone has the drive and they want to know, I have videos where they can just watch. But if they want me to hand it to them, I'm not going to do that. So, yes. What was the question? Did I answer it?
Or even says it looks like a twisted hue.
The face could be a little hooey. The nose is different, but yes. It's very much a cat face.
Barbara Slade says you look like George R.R. Martin.
I'm a little thinner than George R.R. Martin, but only a little. Is he dead?
Oh.
Oh.
Stay tuned thinks you look more like Pluto. And Harvey said, what other hats do you have?
Well,
Stay tuned also says not neat to realize to have a mask on a helmet of sorts.
I also have this hat. I have this hat for fishing, for fisherating. Right here.
Harvey says, the phone, can you bend one of the ears down, or is the phone too hard?
If I just heat it, I can get it to flop over.
John C. Lepus is the genus name for a rabbit named after the constellation Lepus of Orion's dogs having a rabbit.
Yeah, see? What he said.
Ezekiel? Doing okay. The Gordon's fisherman.
Yes.
Feeling yellow and yellow. That's a lot of
Or
yellow.
the-
That's
see-
a lot of yellow.
I feel more like the Morton Salt guy than I do the Gordon's Fisherman. Because wasn't the Morton Salt guy also all in?
It's a girl.
No. Just an old fisherman, right?
Salt is a girl with an umbrella.
Is Morton Salt a girl with an umbrella? I feel like the Morton Salt person was in this hat. Maybe I'm thinking of the Gordon's Fisherman. I know the little Dutch boy paint is a little Dutch boy.
Take care when you're heading to Las Vegas. Stay tuned. Says fish sticks for the win. Seth Ashley, the yellow hat is way gooder.
Way gooder.
Morton Salt is a girl.
Okay. I was wrong. I was wrong. Write it down. It may not happen again.
Okay.
I really thought that was
Now
not.
we all want fish sticks. Cherokee Moon says, now that hat, you look like you're heading to a
This hat is a Grateful Dead concert.
break. Oh,
Apparently, I went to a Grateful Dead concert once when I was very young, so a family member could sell drugs. I did not go to the concert. Apparently, I stayed in the car. Well, I don't think I would have liked it anyway. See, this little buttress that I made, the plan is for it to go right here, corner, then pull down. The ear goes where I want it to go, and then I push these together. And now that ear, if you back up and look at how much more stable that ear is. This ear has no buttress. This ear has a buttress.
alright. Neil says, I'm currently sculpting a mask that is half a wolfman, half werewolf. I'm calling it Making Out Proud.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Half wolfman and half a werewolf. I don't know how that's going to work, but I'm ready to see it.
Just got my hotel room for Transworld. This is happening.
Hooray! Awesome. Wait, you had a booth before you had a hotel?
Rob's having a booth.
Yeah, Rob's going to have a
Oh,
booth.
that's awesome. Kat says, I also went to a Grateful Dead concert, but I have no memories of the whole weekend, but they have pictures. Oh.
Maybe for different reasons.
Jordan Diesel says, the companies known as Immortal Mask and CFX produce silicone products. Are they potentially setting themselves up for failure since silicone lasts so much longer than latex?
The company's known as Immortal Max. Man, no. Ha ha! Ha ha! Jordan, you are doubting the destructive power of haunted house actors. So there's two main groups that buy masks. All right, there's two main groups that buy masks, and the one main group is haunted houses who use them, and then the other group is collectors. So to get a collector to buy another mask, you got to make a new one. That's what you have to do, and then they'll like that design, they'll buy that. To get a haunted house person to buy the mask, you're right. If the mask lasts that long, it would mean that they would have less to do. And they would buy less masks in the future. However, haunted house actors can destroy an iron anvil with a rubber mallet. So a lot of the masks that go to haunted houses, they just get destroyed. And then, there's not too much they can do about it. So they buy more. And honestly, you buy one, it gets a good response, so then you buy another one. So I think they'll be selling for a long time. I think they'll be fine.
Aqua Cave Creation says, what a cute bunny rabbit. I will name him George.
Hooray!
Stricken Ghoul says, hello, that bunny is reminding me of the Rippers.
Okay, so does anybody remember a fever dream of a movie called Warriors of Virtue, where they had kung fu kangaroos similar to the Rippers were characters in the movie? And even as a youngster, I'm like, this movie is terrible. This was very poorly edited. And I was a youngster saying that. Yeah, silicone, it doesn't have a lot of rip strength. So what you get a lot is an actor will grab it by the chin and pull it down so their whole chin sticks out and it rips the corners of the mouth. Or they'll just tear it, taking it on and off. The Generation 1 silicone mask, they actually really did have a problem of just tearing like paper. So
Octopus says, beautiful cinematography. Ezekiel says, I'm not taking any more movie tips from you, Mr. Hobbs.
well, in that case, you run out and watch Warriors of Virtue because I said it wasn't any good. Therefore, you'll probably love it.
Kid Smallwood, hello. Monster Camp 7. Jordan said, Jordan Kiesel, did I tell you my big sister has a son and another on the way?
You did not.
Congratulations, Uncle Jordan.
Yeah, you're an uncle.
Rue Newman remembers that movie.
It was bad. It was, and like at the end, I remember at the end of the movie, and I thought, okay, they're gonna wrap it all up here, and then it was like, they said something super cheesy, and they looked up in the sky and there was a shooting star, and like that was the end of it. I'm like, well, that didn't tie into anything. That made no sense. Yeah.
Stricken Ghoul says, yes, I remember it, and it's a sequel. Warriors of Virtue had cool scenes.
Wait, Warriors of Virtue had a sequel? There was a second one of those?
Ken Smallwood wants to know, are you going to flock the rabbit?
No, because the original rabbit was not flocked. So, no. But look at this. We're ready to paint this now. We're ready to put some paint on it.
6 people are watching.
How many?
106.
Wow, 106 people. That's a lot.
Well, you're dwarves. But you are. Bruce said, ooh, you're popular tonight.
It's temporary. Half of them just tuned in because they thought I died.
The ending was left up for interpretation. It started a new genre of movies.
Yeah. A genre called terrible movies.
Now, is there a reason you didn't heat in a shape to the ears?
Well, the ears, they look really flat right now, but once I put fur on them, that's going to give them a cupped look. And the original had ears that stuck straight up, and so that's what I'm going to redo on this guy.
Can you add a fisherman hat to the bunny? Greg says that's a big bunny.
But
Watch the mic with the ears. Barbara's laughing. Jordan said, Eagle says, last Christmas I got a Chromebook laptop and I'm using it right now. It's really neat, but I can't develop games.
Jordan Easel, I once ate a raw potato.
What do you guys think? Mr.
Okay.
Rule said, yes, the sequel came out in 2002, and the kid now older returns to the world. Beyond that, I don't remember, but
I have to look that up. I have to look that up.
you don't.
So, a movie that I'm trying to find, not Troll 2, but the original Troll. I want to find that streaming.
Come on, show. This makes me want to go make some quick.
That stuff is delicious. So when I was a kid,
Oh my God.
and like that was big money though. Like Mom would splurge on Nestle's Quick. She would buy Quick so that we could have chocolate milk. And I went to a friend's house and I said, "Yeah, I really like chocolate milk." And they said, "Oh, we have Ovaltine. It's just like it's chocolate. Ovaltine is not chocolate milk. When you're used to Nestle's Quick, Ovaltine tastes like medicine. It is ungood."
Bruce says, make sure not to prematurely mark this one as sold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Leslie.
So Jordan Easel wants to know why you ate a raw potato.
Why didn't you tell me you had a laptop you couldn't do gaming on? I thought we were just shouting random facts at each other
Albert says, I love Troll.
about our lives.
Troll is an awesome movie, says Missouri.
Yeah.
John C., the Warriors of Virtue looks like the crazy kangaroos from Tank Girl comics.
That is what it looks like.
Barbie says Ovaltine is not good.
No, it's like medicine compared to Nestle's Quick. And I don't really know that astronauts really drank Tang either. I did like Tang as a kid.
Hello, Danette Burton. This is an awesome mask. Totally love it.
Glad you love it.
Mike Cook says Troll was awesome.
It was. It really was.
Kim Zurich says more Ovaltine, please.
Ugh.
What about Hershey syrup?
I don't like it as much as I like Nestle's Quick. The powder is just better to me. With the syrup, it all you can make it very even, and every drink tastes the same. But with the powder, like the last third of the glass is the best third of the glass, and that's how things should be.
Our Beauty says Quick was way better. Tang was good too. Ezekiel says Ovaltine was a punishment. Mom only brought it when we were naughty. Greg Watkins says, can you imagine being a kid who was brought up on Ovaltine and then he had Quick at a friend's house?
Oh yeah, you would hate your parents. That's what would happen.
It says Tang was cool to open. Our Beauty says Strawberry Quick was great too.
You know what? Tang was cool to open. You're right. However, okay, so I have discovered something.
Boy, now they're all discussing chocolate.
I have discovered something, all right? What I have discovered is that men like to open things. We like boxes. We like wooden boxes. We like, you might even collect like wooden boxes. Things that are interesting to open, guys really like. And not as many females are as enamored with that aspect of, I don't know, opening stuff. I would love to know who watches the unboxing videos more, females or males. I would love to know that, and I bet I could find out through the YouTubes. I hate unboxing videos. I personally am not a fan.
Jordan East says some people think Dr. Pepper tastes medicinal.
That's
Well,
like going to someone else's house to watch them open birthday presents. I don't want to see that. Open those presents alone. I didn't get anything.
Rome says, I was talking to my mama when you were working on the doll, and she said, that's horrible. And I told her, that's what I'm giving the doll, a better life to be a scary doll.
Yeah, there was a scary doll.
Ezekiel says, it does taste medicinal, Jordan. Dr. Pepper is awful. Brian Lippert, hello.
I don't drink Dr. Pepper. It's too sweet for me since I drink mostly diet sodas now.
Brian Lippert says, yum, chunks at the bottom of the...
Yes. Like most fat people, I only drink diet soda.
Seth Ashley, what about the Yoo-Hoo chocolate fake milk?
I liked Yoo-Hoo. It's a soda. It's not milk. It's like chocolate water. But I did like Yoo-Hoo when I was a kid.
John C. Eating a raw potato gives you solanine poisoning, mostly if the skin is green. But eating a whole regular one adds up. John, you throw these facts out here. So funny.
Yeah. I do like to eat raw potato. Like, if people are cutting up a potato, I'll take a chunk of potato and eat it.
You know it's chocolate water. John C. says, Alan, you're getting a box to open Tuesday or Wednesday.
Whoa!
Barbara says, I love Dr. Pepper. Barbara Saletti says, I like opening presents.
So, hold on now. Who knows when I'm going to get a package? Because this was our first day for getting mail in a week. Mail did not run this past week for us here in Texas. In this part of Texas. Oh yeah, Rue. The rivets came in, so we now have rivets for strapping masks.
Dan says, I watch only masks or props opening, mostly from the House of Masks.
Yes.
Laura Beauty says, I'm not much of a pop reader, but only Michigan news will get that I like watching. Chicken Richie, unboxing video, very seldom. Ezekiel, Apocalypse box opening video with a bomb. The whole family gathers around to watch his hilarious videos. The best on YouTube. Jeanette Burton, chiming in here, I totally love watching the unboxing of tools and gadgets. Are we getting mail yet? No. Did we get mail today?
We got mail.
We
We got
No, it's
we
yesterday.
got packages today.
First time.
Yes.
The Crazy House, hello.
Their crazy house.
Tank rarely watches unboxing videos. It's not cold in the shop. It's, what do you say, about 16 here?
Yeah.
It's not terrible. Greg Washington says, watching people unboxing would be equivalent of watching someone's better video.
Yes.
Baba Dawson said, no, googly eyes are rivets. Would anyone eat a chunk of potato when they're cutting one up? Lindsay and Michael Tyler. Alan does.
I do. I eat a chunk of potato if Shannon's cutting one up. If I walk by and potatoes are being cut, I eat a little chunk of potato.
Anthony Pantano, my shop teacher, had this joke back in high school. I was cracking up. He said, go to a restaurant, order a diet water, and be serious about it, and see what they do. I've never done it. I might. What happened to the sticky baby?
I have no idea. Like the world went white for a while here and dark, and I haven't stuck my finger in the baby in over a week. So we'll find out tomorrow probably.
Your Crazy House says that's an awesome rabbit, lots of personality. Tom Everett says, so Rue, as soon as you're done cleaning the shop, get busy on those straps.
Yes, that's what I was saying. Are you warm enough? I can turn this off. Yes, last night it was only supposed to get down to like 44.
That's awesome.
So it was the first night I didn't even have a heater on in the shop, and I had all the latex buckets around the heater to keep the heat in on the and make it live.
Crappy UK says, I hope all the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders kept warm and safe.
Well,
I'm sure they were fine.
I bet they were fine. But it's good to know that you have priorities.
I forget that Rappy is without.
There was a point in time when every 5-year-old kid in China knew who Darth Vader was, who He-Man was, and that he knew about the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Might not have known it was a football team, but he knew about the cheerleaders. And for some reason, remember that period of time in the 90s where the Swedish bikini team became famous for some reason? But I don't even, like, what does the bikini team do? I have no idea. I don't know. They were famous for being famous. And boobs, probably.
Yard waste props. Hello. Christine says, I think we need an unboxing video poll with Facebook right now. I'm curious. Personally, thank you.
There was a YouTube video where I was waiting on something to be delivered. It was the Valentine's Day mask. And I literally had like 4 packages. And at the end of the video, I thought, well, this is the mask I'm waiting for. So I opened it and I'm like, this isn't it. And then I would open the next thing. So I filmed myself opening all of them. And someone said, I need to do unboxing videos. But also, you know what? I'm a pretty, like, emotionally stable, even keel kind of guy. I don't know that I get excited enough, often enough, for an unboxing video to be successful. I'm not as excited as I should be about things.
Lindsay and Michael says, our daughter loved those unboxing videos when she was little.
I don't want to see other people open up. I want the presents. I don't want to see other people get presents.
Good night, Ken. Stay tuned, car care. Were you guys prepared with a shovel being in Texas? I'm in Indiana and bottomed out in my driveway.
No, you can't buy snow shovels in Texas. We were having this discussion kind of earlier. Like, that's not our infrastructure. When it snows, like the one day every 3 or 4 years we have decent snow, you can't buy a sled because they don't sell them. And you can't buy a snow shovel. They don't have them.
If we have snow, we'll slide down a hill in the snow on a cardboard box or a laundry basket.
Right.
Because we don't have sleds here.
You'll be hit by a car and you'll like it.
Rob O'Brien says, oh my gosh, I love getting packages. I call all Amazon drivers my gentleman callers. Ted says, the Swedish bikini team was a joke, wasn't it?
I have no idea.
Beer commercials, I think. Horror Beauty. Alan, what is your birthday?
July 13th. 7/13/1976.
111 people are watching.
Okay. So we also lack something in in this part of Texas. We don't have hills. Like, we don't have a lot of natural hills. We are a pretty flat area.
It depends on where you are. We have hill country, and there's more down central.
This area of Texas,
Where
I
we
have
are.
to drive 100 miles to get to a good hill. So, there you go.
Hello, Ellis. Hello. I'm a painter here. I had materials go bad in my van in the garage. Glad your stuff and tools survived. I hope your utility bills aren't crazy. Me too.
I know for sure that I lost about $400 worth of caulking in the other room. Like, I know that's all toast. Every tube is hard as a rock. I've already checked that, so we'll be tossing that tomorrow when they get here. Many of the things in this room I kept, and I have window shelves in the windows shelves, but that's all spray paint. That's all alcohol based. It should not have frozen. So we'll find out just in time what the damage really is.
Lindsay and Michael Powell says, I love being the first to open the new peanut butter jar. Taking that first scoop is so satisfying.
You know, if you microwave your peanut butter when you're done using it, the next time you open the jar, it's like it's a new jar of peanut butter. Because once you nuke it, it all kind of goes, it gets that nice flat surface again.
This is why we have two separate peanut butter.
Yes. I enjoy creamy peanut butter, and my wife is wrong, and she likes chunky peanut butter. If there's still chunks of peanut in your peanut butter, you haven't finished making peanut butter. Like they really, it should be less expensive because they didn't work as hard on it. So that's how I feel about chunky peanut butter. So I now need to go to the computer and find out what this bunny looks like.
Bianca 12, hello. She says, Shannon is awesome for liking chunky.
It should be less expensive. Apparently there's a band named Lepus Maximus. I had no idea. That means that I have to actually type in Still Be Studio.
Michael and Lindsay Kyle want to know what made you decide to put peanut butter in the microwave.
I mean, it spreads better if you warm it up, right? I got a pop-up about our new YouTube channel.
Yes, you did.
Honey, is there a fast way to get to the Khajiit mask? Or the
Lepus Maximus?
Yeah. Just go to mask.
Oh, did you use the search window?
I guess shop?
Upper right hand window? Upper right hand?
No. Mask.
I think he's on there.
Lepus Maximus? That's right.
Because you sold him before.
So where can I find a picture of it?
Stand by.
You have to send it, I guess, to my Facebook Messenger?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm sorry. I need to see the picture of the mask so I can. Yes.
Stand by.
So also, if you're gonna fix boring vanilla ice cream and turn it into delicious peanut butter ice cream, you microwave your peanut butter so it's liquidy, and then you pour it on top and you stir it together with the vanilla ice cream. Delicious.
Got him.
Are you sending it to me?
You want it in Facebook Messenger?
Yes.
Just the front?
Yes.
Stand by.
Thanks, White. I have to use a reference because they bought this based off of pictures of the mask.
Mm-hmm.
So I need the reference in order to, you know, paint the mask the same way. Otherwise, I would get creative.
We're gonna go, there's one. And then I'm gonna send a second one that's pulled back a little bit, so that's a close-up of the face. I'm gonna get one that's backed up a little bit for you. Make it a little easier so you can see the ears and everything else.
Oh yeah, I also have to make rabbit teeth for him.
And a bow tie.
Yep, rabbit teeth and a bow tie.
Okay.
So that
You got him.
is what he will look like. Right there. But now I have that to see. Okay, there we go. Now the bunny is up there, and we know what's going on. Let's make him some teeth.
Who is?
Boris, buddy.
Good night, Stacy.
Here, Boris. There you go. Put it in. Come here.
Okay.
There you go. I had to trick Boris and get him to go. He was laying right here where I need to stand.
This is a very passionate discussion now on peanut butter. We've talked about Nestle's Quick and Ovaltine.
Some of them are correct,
We've talked about
and all the ones who are saying chunky are wrong.
movies.
And that's okay. The whole goal of the Stilpies channel is to educate. And now you guys know you're wrong. So
Yeah, there.
you can rectify your chunky behavior.
Body Geek says, I'm back. I had to go make Texas ice storm cookies. Hello, Fondant. You're okay.
Hello, Fundian.
Fundian, I said it wrong. My apologies.
Maybe I said it wrong. Who knows?
Realm says, you are so right that eyebrows on a teddy bear makes it so mean looking.
Yes.
And it's so simple to do. And I told my friend there will be no nice doll or stuffed animals in the haunt.
That's right.
Chewaki Moon says, peanut butter on a burger is great. Sounds disgusting, but it's actually really good.
I have had that. I don't mind it. I wouldn't say it's my favorite burger.
Deonica12 says, I'm getting some vanilla bean from a co-op group buy. I can't wait to make vanilla extract and vanilla ice cream.
I too enjoy vanilla ice cream. But actually, I like to add stuff to it. So I guess I don't really enjoy vanilla ice cream.
It's a blank canvas.
It's a starting point.
Tom Everett says, I always just held the jar to my cheek and caressed it to warm it up. I love peanut butter.
Okay. You know what? We didn't have a lot of peanut butter when I was a kid. That was actually pretty expensive. So we didn't do a lot of peanut butter. So I've always loved peanut butter, but I didn't have it a lot.
Edson Juice says, I suppose Alan put peanut butter in the fridge.
No. Well, I would, but Shannon stopped me. Early in our marriage, I kept putting peanut butter in the fridge, and Shannon would be like, "That doesn't go in the fridge.
It doesn't
Quit that."
have to go in the fridge.
Yeah.
That's why it's an apocalyptic food staple. Jeanette says, this debate has me rolling. Poison Soup says,
Hold on. There's no debate.
the best peanut butter
Not
is
a
covered
debate.
with chocolate. Best mashup ever.
We all know how I feel about mashups.
Ezekiel says, no chunky peanut butter for the Down Under crew.
Yes, I'm with you. I'm an Australian at heart.
Rue says, seriously, try peanut butter on a hot dog. Way, way better than it sounds. Tank
think
says, peanut
you
butter
said
goes
that.
well with Nestle Quick.
I don't know if it does. I don't know. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Body Geek says peanut butter and Miracle Whip sandwiches. A Miracle Whip makes the peanut butter so perfect. I like Miracle Whip.
Listen, somebody ban him for 5 minutes.
No.
But I'm not going to think about peanut butter and mayonnaise. And y'all weirded out when I said mayonnaise and banana sandwiches where mayonnaise and banana was delicious together.
Robert
And I thought that when I was a kid.
Rue sounds like ketchup on a salad.
Who said that?
Robert Bryan.
Oh.
Beauty says smooth and chunky are good. Jif sucks. I don't understand how people call that peanut butter.
I haven't tried enough different peanut butters to know the difference.
Who is this mask for? Now you don't have to tell me who this is for. I just don't remember this coming through. Did I miss something? Is he on the wall?
Yeah.
Boy,
You don't remember this order because I did it. I sent the invoice.
I was going to say, I have no recollection of this order. What is going on here? Oh, you did this one on your own without a wife.
It's right.
Everybody's talking about food now. Larry Hughes says, Alan, I was born in 76 as well. Before Jewel had a generic aisle back in white, black label. Also got free peanut butter. I use it in a lot of breakfast items. Granny Smith apples and peanut butter rules. I agree. That's good. Body said, if I can ever convince someone to risk it and try it, they love peanut butter and mayo.
Well, you cannot convince me.
Ron Shep says, Skippy peanut butter only. Chunky is unfinished peanut butter. Ian Ritchie, here's another weird combo, but it works. One slice of Kraft American singles and a P&B and J sandwich prevents the sticking. Can't taste the cheese. Please go back about me.
I don't know.
Peanut butter and jelly and banana.
That all makes sense. All those make sense.
That was dinner one night when we were frozen over, remember?
Yeah, we had peanut butter and jelly for dinner.
That was it.
Hey, wife,
Yeah.
you're about to lose phone cam. I have to run over and grab my battery that's at the house.
Oh no.
Yeah, so go to Ozpod and tell us, or you know what? You can go to Tripod, tell a story.
Where's
Take this tripod cam. There you go, wife. Be right back.
So he's going to go get his. Oh, sorry.
It's story time.
Can I back to try? Did it work?
Yep.
Yay! So Alan's going to go get his battery pack. For those of you who were wondering how things went, we still have a huge island of floating ice in the middle of our swimming pool. And Bella did fall through the ice. I'm still not sure how she did it, but I did go in and get her. That's love. And she's fine. It did make me watch all the animals around. I'm pretty sure she slid in accidentally because there was so much snow around the edges of the pool. But we have had a bit of an adventure this week. We got the restrictions lifted to boil water about 10 minutes before we went live tonight. So I'm super excited about that because I'm here to tell you, boiling water tastes terrible, but you will do it for coffee in the morning. We do have some bottled water, but I saved that for other things. And so about 10 minutes before we went live tonight, we got the restrictions lifted. So I'm very excited. It's the little things. It's the little things during that. So our power went out on Valentine's on Sunday, and that was about 4 in the afternoon, right about sunset. So Alan ran outside and started draining the pool. That was an experience, and so we now have a frozen lake out in the middle of our property. Again, we don't know how the pool's going to go, and we had no idea when the power was going to come on. We thought maybe this is a rolling blackout. It wasn't. It was off for 22 hours on that one. That was one of the first ones. But for Valentine's night, so I got as many candles as I had, And being that we're in a fully wooden house, I don't have a lot of candles because it's a fully wooden house. But I took some Campari, gin, and vermouth, and I put it out in snow to cool down a cocktail, so I could have a Negroni. And Alan and I played cards. That was Valentine's. And we got Tim Tams. Ezekiel, we had a bag of Tim Tams left. It was very exciting. So I had cocktails, and we had two containers, 2 bags of Tim Tams, and that that was Valentine's dinner. That was it. It was great. It was like, well, we've got cookies and we've got some booze, and Alan's not going to drink the booze. He had a soda, but I did, and that was Valentine's night. So not one we're going to forget anytime soon. And it was cold and it was dark and it was miserable, but boy, what a story. So here we go. PIP, ready?
We'll remember it out always.
We'll always remember that. Tom Everett says, a friend of mine talked to me about eating peanut butter sandwiches in a bowl of chili. I thought he was nuts. That was about 20 years ago, and I still eat peanut butter sandwiches with chili.
Wow. Okay, that is a little weird.
Ezekiel says, I sent out a ton of Tim Tams this week. They should sponsor me. They should.
They should sponsor.
We are good, Alex. Yeah, that was our romantic Valentine's. Playing cards. It was great. Yeah, she's okay. Bella's okay. We got her warmed up after that, and she was fine. She gave me a heart attack, but she was okay. I'm just thankful that I was out there when she fell in the ice, because I don't know how she would have gotten out. She is fine. Of all the dogs, of all the pets we have, the fact that Bella would fall through the ice makes perfect sense if you know our silly dogs.
Not shocking.
It's not shocking. Though it did give us a small heart attack. Danny Flannery said, and then another 4 inches the next go round. Correct. We altogether, we have 7 or 8 inches altogether of snow.
We had about 9 altogether.
Was it altogether 9? I don't know. I was able to, go ahead.
They can't hear this.
Oh. So, the next morning, there's still no power, and I went out to the grill, and I boiled water so I could make some coffee in a French press for me, and then I got a pan out, and I made hot chocolate for Alan and sandwiches. Yeah, Bianca Club. I made sure I had some coffee. The funny thing is that Alan does not drink hot beverages. If you give him something that's supposed to be consumed hot, he will wait till it gets to room temperature before he consumes it. But I've never seen him eat hot chocolate, drink hot chocolate, scalding hot, he drinks it. That was the first. That was the first time I'd ever seen him. Danny Flattery, same thing. Grill out. We had propane. No other power. Nothing else. We did have propane. Jeff Bull says you had more snow down in Texas than we had in Central Washington. We got about 5 inches. Yeah, Alan. He doesn't drink hot things. And
yeah, I would rather drink something cold.
But he drank that. That was the first. Ezekiel says, meanwhile, it's 100 here. And Michael saying college was in West Virginia. We're always in a water line break and had to boil water constantly before you goes in. It's a pain. It is a pain. I'm thankful that was lifted. What is wrong with you? I am thankful that was lifted. I am excited about a martini later. Very excited.
This heat forming these teeth in my hand. And now I can glue them on.
Hundred and eight people are watching.
Teeth. Them teeth, yo.
Teeth. Damn big teeth.
It's a big bunny. This is what makes it a bunny. Yeah, it doesn't look much like a bunny until we get the teeth in it.
You are fun, boy. Jeff Bull says, how many of those cheap chip brushes do you go through in a month?
About 200. Mounted that a little high. That's better.
Realm says, I have a weird question. Does Dark Hour ever get rid of props?
Yeah, we do, actually. And we're fixing to get rid of some here shortly for some of the off-season shows that we're not using and incorporating into our main show.
The Walkie Moon says, buck teeth here, braces didn't help. Hey, Jones. The supervisor's here.
You'd say that's the part of the Playboy bunny that you got.
Realm says, what do y'all do with them?
We sell them.
Come here.
Normally I'll make a Facebook announcement.
So we have 3 dogs and 2 cats.
Hello, Jones. How goes it?
This dog, what does he want?
To be in the way?
Come here. Buddy.
Yeah, they really help say rabbit, don't they? I don't understand how
Hey, Rodney Pope.
Bugs Bunny didn't have a lisp. Pull my picture back up.
Catswood says, did you finish the new ottoman? Any other accidents?
No more accidents. We did finish the ottoman.
Realm says, sorry to ask so many questions, but how can I get some where I don't live close to y'all, if that's even possible?
Well, you would have to drive and come out here. That. Yes, we sell them, but when we sell them. You got to come pick it up. We don't go through all the work of shipping. Okay.
Is the EVA foam helmet for stability?
Yes, so that's what keeps the ears on and keeps them stable when you're moving around and stuff.
Were you on the mask making team in high school?
We did not have a mask making team in my high school. I wish that they had one, or I would have made one, or I would have done it.
By any chance, are you going to blood the snot out of the bunny?
No, I don't know for sure, but I think this is ordered by someone doing an Easter event, and it's going to be a straight bunny. I don't even think that he's going to be a spooky bunny.
He's a proper, respectable bunny.
He's a respectable bunny.
That's new for us.
He is a bunny of the people.
Realm says, "Okay, thanks." Yeah, Realm, you'd have to road trip it.
Yeah, like
Trailer.
we just bought some things at an auction for Dark Hour 2 weeks ago, and we had to drive down to Austin to pick them up. That's about 5 hours. But we wanted those things. Alexa, please turn on the air compressor.
Body Geek says road trip, and Pop on the Tube says a bunny who makes wise choices.
That's right.
Respectable bunny.
Did you say respectable?
Alex Castle. Realms would like to know what kind of props are they going to be.
Christmas stuff, St. Patrick's Day stuff, Valentine's Day stuff, those kinds of things, and things that just don't fit the new themes that we're doing. Have to go from black, which was in there, to a magenta colored ink. That's going to take some cleaner ink.
Any pneumatics? Realms would like to know.
No. No, we strip those and we change them.
Bianca 12 wants to know excessive fabric. Are you asking, are you giving away excessive fabric?
No, not really. I don't think we have much. We just bought a bunch of fabric when at that auction we went to.
Car Beauty says, why am I picturing the rabbit acting like Teddy? Teddy bear?
No, Ted from Ted, the teddy bear movie, where he's kind of a jerk.
Oh.
Like boobs.
Did you watch this movie?
No. I think Ryan Reynolds is in it. I don't watch a lot of comedies.
Well, it's funny that you listen to comedy that you don't like.
No, I listen to comedy in order to study it. I want to learn why it's funny, and I want to set it up, and I want to dissect it for work.
Is this your hoodie? Is this a hoodie given to you?
That's my hoodie, yeah.
Oh.
Only worn it the one time.
Well, that's why there's no latex on it. That's why I asked if it was yours. I haven't washed it. I don't know what this is.
Okay, I'm just cleaning an airbrush. That's what I'm doing.
Bruce said it was Mark Wahlberg, not Ryan Reynolds.
Oh. Gotta admit, though, they're kind of the same guy.
Rel said it's going to be a very bad thing when I get my license. Aquacade says someone should make a mask that looks like a cracked Easter egg with a skull coming out of it.
With a skull coming out of it? Well, I actually have a YouTube Wednesday coming up that might interest you. It's not that exactly, but I am going to do an Easter-themed YouTube Wednesday.
Christopher Lazote said if you put ice cream in the microwave for a very short time, you get soft serve ice cream.
I do that. And whenever I have ice cream at home, I've done that.
Body Geek says, Realms, you can bring me that mask when you come out.
Watch out for that bus.
Here he goes. Wishing things on you. Good night, Bianca 12. 109 people are watching.
Good night, Danica 12.
It's 9 o'clock.
Oh. Okay. I need ink. Okay, I'm going with Senorita Magenta, which is a good color. I'm going to put a couple drops of alcohol in here first, because I want this pretty thin as far as color. I want to be able to layer these colors. Trying to put the lid back on with one hand is not the easiest thing in the world. To mix up the alcohol and the ink in the airbrush, I put my finger over the end, and that causes bubbles to happen in the, airbrush.
Stay tuned. Car Care says, like warming up ice cream. Try strawberry rebel ice cream sandwiches in between 2 hot strawberry Pop-Tarts and thank me later.
That would kill my wife, because my wife is allergic to strawberries.
You can have it.
That's right. I keep a little bit of strawberry jam in the house, and I slip it into her food whenever she talks back to me. Yeah. That way she'll recognize. How awesome you are.
Okay.
All right. Have a little roadmap up here. I have a roadmap right here. And now we start airbrushing.
Are you finishing him tonight?
He won't be finished today. I'll probably be done
Is he gonna?
about 20 minutes.
Are you hearing him?
No. No, I will not be hearing him this evening.
As Body Geeks, I will never get rid of it. I'm watching her for reckless driving buses. Cheney, out of the kitchen. Out of the kitchen. Out of the kitchen, I see you. Cheney, out of the kitchen.
Shannon is using the cameras we have set up to yell at the dog.
Cheney, out of the kitchen.
Let me yell at him.
What?
Cheney, get out of the kitchen. He is so confused.
Well. So you know your chocolate cake is in that kitchen. Here he comes. Here he Busted, correct. Yes, he can hear us. We have a microphone on that camera. For that reason.
Get in here. Cheney.
Ray Mitchell says, well, I'm out of the kitchen now. I saw you. I saw you. You're so guilty. Trying to steal cat food. I saw you.
Make sure it's not like chocolate cake.
No, you didn't have any. Your chocolate cake is in there. Heads up.
Okay.
The cat says, now we all ran out of the kitchen. Yes, y'all
Right.
get out of the kitchen.
Y'all get out of the kitchen.
I saw you. You're so busted. Here comes Jones. What's going on? Are you in the kitchen, Jones? You can be, because your cat food's on the other side. Doggos cannot. Jones!
Okay. Jones.
Who wrote the...
Jones. Let's mix up a tooth color. Have some white here already. Put a little yellow in it.
So, Hard Beauty, to answer your question, and for those of you who are wondering, we do have a camera on the back door so that it just helps me to see what's coming in the house, because we have a very large dog door. And when we are in here working, the dogs know that we're not in the house, and lots of times I've caught them going into the house knowing we are not there, and they go where they're not supposed to go. So I saw Cheney going into the kitchen, and he's heading to the back in the laundry room where the cat food is, and he's trying to steal cat food.
He's shopping.
And as we've told you guys before, if there's something tasty on the counter, they'll take that too. So I watch him. But Alpha says, sorry, did you say poop color? Not surprising, just checking.
Tooth color. Tooth color.
Poop color. Are his teeth crooked or a trick of the camera?
They're a little crooked. I normally put them in a little bit crooked. Do you think it looks bad?
Good night, Ezekiel. Lisa says you need to get a ring, then you can talk to them. Well, we have a Nest, and we can talk to them in the house.
That's less
And
crooked.
Exactly what I was doing, saying, get out. That's just saying, get out of you know, I know where you are. I know what you're doing.
They were probably a little more crooked than they needed to be, so I straightened them.
Do I keep them locked away from the letter boxes too? The litter boxes. We don't have litter boxes, Baba Dazna. Our cats go outside for their contributions. So,
We have the dog door, so the cats go outside too.
the cats go outside and poop in my garden. So
Yeah.
we do not have litter boxes.
Serves you right.
Snooty was a sneaky cute crunchy stuff. Snooty's so cute. Yeah, if I didn't have litter boxes in the house, that would be another struggle. But cats go outside, and then I try to keep them from pooping in my garden, which does not happen.
So I saw something funny the other day, and hold on, this dog is hopelessly tangled up in this wire.
Cat says, we call him on so many things. I was giving it a pass on the teeth. So happy he is back. Hey, Mike. Good evening. What happened?
She had wrapped around her foot, the cord for this. Okay. Was I? Oh, so I saw a meme story, something that was talking about Disney villains, and it said they keep calling Chernabog a Disney villain, but he wasn't a villain. He woke up. He woke up his buddies. He threw a dance party, and he went back to bed. He was a DJ. He was not a villain. Chernabog was a DJ. Okay, I can see that.
Love Chernabog.
Not even mad.
Realms would like to know, does Dark Hour ever get rid of Halloween props? Or is it normally just for the off-season ones?
Realms, everything's a Halloween prop if you're brave enough. All it takes is a new suit, and a leprechaun is a goblin. You know? So don't limit yourself on what you think is what. It just takes some redressing sometimes. But, Realms, let's be honest with you. I'm Alan Hops. Do you think I'm going to get rid of something that I can still use? Probably not.
Thank you, Kat. I may give that a try. Just sprinkle black pepper in the garden where I don't want them to poop.
I have a friend named Alex Lohman. He and his wife own Reindeer Manor, which is a haunted house near us. And he is equally as frugal of a haunter as I am. And I have said many times, if something is in me and Alex's dumpster, you know it's garbage. It's garbage. You can't use it for anything. Give it up.
Barbara Saletti said, recycling keeps us on a budget.
It does indeed. So now in my airbrush, I'm going to do a little bit of brown, a little bit of black.
Good night, Scott Colhart.
Good night, Scott. Thank you for all your help, sir.
Realm says, facts, I was telling Mom about it, and she is like, why would I get a prop you have to rework?
Depends on your budget, I guess.
One thing into another thing.
Yeah, it depends on your budget. I mean, honestly, I buy props new all the time, and then I rework them to make them fit my show better. Nothing you ever get is finished.
Gregory Haynes, hello. Gregory Haynes says, looks like Easter is upon us.
Just about. That's the next one, right?
No, St. Patrick's Day is next.
Oh, yeah. I haven't done any advertising for leprechauns this year. I don't think I will. I don't even think I'll make too many leprechauns, simply because with where Transworld is, I feel like I should be getting ready for Transworld. And by the way, I'm like 95% sure Transworld's happening.
Paul Stuff Animatronic Workshop says hello.
Hey, how's it going, Steve?
Ken said, it's looking good, Ellen. Life like the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland.
Yes, kind of
Stay
is.
tuned car care says Chernabog represents evil, even though it wasn't a villain, with the story of no hero. But mythology, he is also known as Satan. That's what says I get such pleasure out of recycling stuff to construct and paint. Also, I am fairly cheap.
Same here.
Buddy said, I think everything will be back to full steam next Halloween. That's Parker. Hello. She says, yesterday I found a sturdy dog steps on the side of my
No, my aging dog will appreciate my time. I let him cycle and find space. Oh, that's great. Anything for the puppy?
Now I have tooth color on there.
Our Beauty is dressing up as a leprechaun for a run.
Awesome.
That's gonna be fun. Yeah, post some pictures of that, Horror Beauty. That's fun.
Okay, let me do a little bit of detail work around the nose.
Line 13. 7 people are watching.
All right, so I'm going to do a line to outline his nose a little bit. And I'm going to start in his nostril. That way, if I don't have control and it comes out darker than I want, then that's going to be in his nostril and not on the outside edge. Another trick, I'm starting way back here. I have color coming out right now, and then I get close.
Jeff Bull says, Easter is coming up. I guess I'm going to have to resurrect my zombie Jesus and put it in the front yard. It really pisses off my neighbors.
Well, if that's what you're all about.
I'm sure it does.
What's that?
Did you outline it in black or?
A dark purple.
Good little nose.
Thanks. Okay. Now I have some pink here, which is a magenta really. I'll put that up on top. Paint those ears in. So all I have to do is a quick airbrush job after I fur them. Roughly an inch or so of the fur of the ear on each side is going to be furred, so there's not going to be that much pink showing. And here I have brush marks. I don't mind that I have brush marks because I'm just going to use those brush marks to do an inner ear detail. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but this ear here, I did like an angle swoop for my brush marks. That gives a bit of shape.
Is the
Inside
face going to
of
get
the
any fur?
Oh yeah, the whole thing gets haired. It gets a lot of hair, and then it gets a bow tie too. But this, as far as I needed to get this guy tonight, this is El Rabito, Lepus Maximus is underway.
So he still has a little bit of scary to him right now, but I think once he gets fluffy and a bow tie,
Well, he has a little bit of scary to him because of his brow, and that's not going to go away.
soften him up a bit.
Bunny.
You show the back of it to see how you reinforce the ears.
Then you can see the buttress on that ear and how that attaches.
And all that will be covered in fur.
Yeah, the whole back of the ear is covered in fur, so you'll never see that. Why don't you go to phone cam? Guys, this was a very much a let's get back in the swing of things recovery live video. I appreciate that so many folks joined us here in the shop. That's awesome. Wife, want to say goodnight to these fine people?
Good night, everybody. It's good to see you. Thank you so much. Thanks for all the well wishes. We're okay.
By the time you see the shop tomorrow, it should be clean. That's the hope. This is the land of 1,000 emergency projects right now. You guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out. Wife, you hitting the button? Not yet.
I'm not.
Sometimes she's premature. Not often that I get to say that to her.
Oh, you better.
All right. But anyway, you guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Stay warm. Go make stuff.